So if you haven't already, you must be living under a rock. A rock. The company Higround. They are a peripheral company that is owned by 100 Thieves. Their main goal and priority, at least for what I've seen, is to combine things like streetwear and anime and combine them with gaming and peripherals. Anime collabed keycaps and desk mats and stuff like that, right? Which is all really, really cool, but we haven't heard them take into account real performance. And when I say real performance, I'm talking about real peripherals that are made to be used in game at the highest level, at the competitive level of FPS. I just want to say thank you so much to the people over at Higround for sending me out their brand new Higround BLACKICE Pro/Performance Series mousepad. As they did send this out to me, that doesn't like change my thoughts or opinions or anything like that. This is gonna be fully my thoughts as an Apex player, a full-time streamer and content creator and competitor in Apex. That's a lot of words, y'all. So as someone who's not under contract but has used a lot, I mean, let's say 40. I think I'm at 40 mouse pads now. I don't have a problem. I don't have a I just really like mouse pads a lot, especially as somebody who likes performance and trying to get better every single day at Apex specifically. I want to use the best combination of mice and mouse pad to get better. I'm going to be completely honest, coming from a peripheral company that's usually about aesthetics and things of those nature, I really, really like it. And I wasn't expecting to. For a long time, I've always said that my favorite mouse pad size is 500 by 500 millimeters. I love having a lot of space, especially because I'm more of a low sense player, but I don't really utilize the height of the pad as much as the width. So they dropped this pad in a 500 by 450, and it's literally my favorite size of a mouse pad I've ever used. I need every pad company to take notes from this size specifically, especially because of the build quality at this size. They were trying to make a competitor to the artisan pads or something like Lethal Gaming Gear mouse pads, where they have the pour-on base and the really tight stitched edges. And I'll say this, they did a fantastic job. The pour-on base is one of the best pour-on bases I've used. It's extremely similar to something like the Lethal Gaming Gear base. I have no problems after using it all day. It's in the exact same spot that I put it in. And again, the stitch edges are some of the lowest and tightest stitch edges I've ever used. You go all the way around the pad. I don't have a single fray, and I've used this pad every day, especially like when I look towards the edge where my arm is resting most of the time. That's usually where the frays are initially, but there's no fraying whatsoever on this entire pad. It's a hybrid pad with a surface that's pretty smooth. It's not really like something like an Artisan Heian where it's a really rough textured, or like an Odin Infinity where it's a little more rough textured. I do use an arm sleeve all the time. I live in the swamps, you know what I'm saying? And it's really humid out here. So I always use an arm sleeve when I'm playing. Without an arm sleeve, I don't really feel much abrasion at all. It's super smooth, but it is textured, as you can see, but it is embedded into the pad. It's nothing on the surface feels different. Even on the logo, there's no friction difference. There's no surface difference between the logo and the rest of the pad. It all feels extremely seamless, which is definitely a plus. The speed is somewhere where I would categorize it. It's somewhere in between an Aqua Control Plus and a Lethal Gaming Gear Venus Pro. Both of these textures on the Aqua Control Plus and the Higround BLACKICE pad, they're very similar. You can feel, even with different types of mouse gates, you can feel how the surfaces kind of react similarly, which I will say the Aqua Control Plus, if you looked at any of my past videos, is one of my favorite surfaces ever. It definitely does give you faster initial and dynamic friction because it is a hybrid surface, but it's not so fast where you feel a little bit out of control. It kind of toes the line with really good balance. One of my favorite parts about this mouse pad, outside of the size and the build quality, is the surface. So it is sitting at 3.5 millimeters of thickness, but it's a little bit denser than something like an Artisan Soft or even Lethal Gaming Gear Pro Series pads, like the Pro Series Venus is a little softer than this pad. So that's something I had to get used to a little bit. You have less stopping power because there's less to dig down into. If you don't like super plush pads, this is definitely something that you want to look into. The price is $45, and truthfully, I think that's a great price for the quality of product that you're getting. So if Higround can continue making really cool things like anime collabs, like I know they did one with Gundam, one with Jujutsu Kaisen, maybe we can get them to collab with games. I would love to see a Higround Apex Legends collab in the future. That would be fire. This is a great first performance pad. I would love to see what else Higround brings to the table. So they absolutely killed it with this one. So I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for checking out this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.